What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trell here on Team APS channel with my boy, my heterosexual life partner, Paul.
Yay! Hi.
Such excitement. We are coming at you guys today with the video. As you guys know, we got a new ban list. So what the new ban list means that things are going to be changing. There's a lot of fluctuation in card prices and card usage.
So what cards would you play in your side deck to beat some of the meta decks?
That's what we're talking about today.
And I'm going to kick this one off with Elephant in the Room, Thunder King. Woo! I'm glad this card's back.
Elephant in the Room.
That's all. That's all I wanted to make this video. Okay, subscribe. Bye. No, but for real, Thunder King is back, and I'm really happy. This has been one of my favorite cards ever.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. It's got its limitations. Since it can't negate multiple summons, so it can't really stop a strong pendulum summon. But still, the fact that you can tech this and things and just summon it out is really cool because everything searches now. It's good to have a monster that can do that.
Main utility. Yes.
Mistake was getting a little hard to use with Twin Twister everywhere.
And nobody wants to draw it because it's not a combo piece or anything. It's not a body on the field.
Yeah, so Thunder King is back. You can side it against just a lot of stuff, really. I don't know. I just think it's good. I think it's going to be a good side card at 2 in many decks. At 1, it just wasn't worth it, right? It just wasn't worth a single copy. So now that it's a 2, that's it. Yeah, that's all I got to say. And he's going to tell all 9 of the other ones are going to be by him. Yeah, he doesn't even care. I just want to talk about Thunder King.
He didn't care about that. If I had to give it to one, personally, I'm going to have to give it to Flying C.
That's a new.
And we've seen Flying C see some bit of play in the last couple of formats, but it hasn't always, stood out as much. Some people played, some people didn't. But I feel like it'll be just a lot more. It'll be prevalent now.
Would you say we didn't Flying C?
This coming? This is why I need new friends. Anyway, bad puns were bad. But I think Flying C would be good, just because you're playing against things like Shadal Trains, a lot of the decks that do a lot of Exene. BA is still a thing. Dante he's a real nigga, he just can't die. So
he makes his girlfriend take the hit for him. That's what he does. He's not real at all.
You're right. This is the second time he's done it. So True Guy took a hit.
Dante's.
And now Beatrice took a hit. So
I don't know what I think about it.
If you're gonna date Dante, I need you to understand that he is a pimp. And
you're gonna have to go through some.
He's not taking a bullet for you.
Some meat shields first.
You're right. He's not taking a bullet for you.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, just
Flying C's good though.
Flying C's really good. I mean, just stopping a good Xyz play just immediately just kind of shuts down a lot of decks. I said obviously BA because they can't summon any other monsters. But it's just the fact that if they're not playing a tuner or something just to go into a sinker or something to negate a Flying C, it kind of sets them back a turn, and usually that's all you need in these formats just to set up a decent board.
Yeah, you really only need a turn sometimes.
Yeah, so
my card is actually a card. I will tell more, I suppose. Imperial Iron Wall. So kind of a predictable pick. It's never been bad, right? My reasoning for including it is mainly because Pot of Desires. It's picking up in popularity. It's still controversial, but I think more and more people are going to be picking it up and realizing that it is actually a pretty good card. So when you have Imperial Iron Wall, they can't use it. And also Allure's back at 3, and a lot more decks are going to be using that. Gold Sark's back at 3, and it also is immune to Cosmic Cyclone. So it's something, right? It's there, it's chilling. I think it's pretty good. It's kind of a boring pick, like Imperial Iron Wall, whatever.
Stop Shiranui.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the anti-Shiranui card.
And DDD. I just want to cry. Oh, and it stops Omega because Omega has become one of the most breakout synchro of the world right now. So
hope they get a reprint.
I hope it
also because
whatever. I'm just kidding. Everything gets a reprint, so it's whatever.
Everything's expensive.
Speaking of which, if we're gonna talk about top 10 side deck cards, Cosmic Cyclone. We already know that at some point in any deck you're gonna need some kind of Twin Twister, MST, Archfiend Eccentric, or something. But at the same time, those type of cards also run the risk of destroying things that you don't want to go to the graveyard, such as Cosmo Town. The Guiding Ariadne, is it?
Yeah, she's got to go. Yeah, she got to get banished.
Any pendulum card. You just want to get it out of there completely.
And more traps and spells are getting the whole when it's in your grave, you can banish it and get this extra thing.
So you just want to get rid of it completely so that they can't reuse the utility of it. So
yeah, and I do think it makes more sense sometimes as a side deck card, not necessarily a main deck card. Because it is kind of more matchup specific. It's not gonna do you a whole lot of good against say Blue Eyes so much, but it will do you a lot of good against Cosmos or other similar decks
and you can chain it to other cards. So let's say I play Kaiju Slumber, you can chain it to it and banish that.
Helpful stuff. Same with something like what's the card? There are many cards.
Shadal Fusion.
Yeah, Shadal Fusion. Gym Knight Fusion. Those things that
those
recycle.
Get those kind of things back, like because
Metal Foes.
the Pendulum monsters and their trap cards. Like the trap card when it goes to grave, you get a search. So you just banish it so they don't get a search because that's pretty powerful.
So definitely pick it up. I mean, I want to say pick it up to secret rare, but pick it up if you can.
Yeah, I mean it's not expensive right now though. So I mean, but I think it's a good side deck card.
They go up in price, so hurry.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
My next card is Unwavering Bond. Pendulum Hole's like I guess an alternative to this, but I like Unwavering Bond because it can negate effects of pendulum monsters whether they're in the monster card zone or in the scale, and I think that's a big deal because this lets you deal with Scout, any given Metal Foes thing.
Wherever you are,
all that stuff, and you can also deal with monsters in the field, like Skull Crobat and just any pendulum thing, and it vanishes.
Yeah, and it vanishes. So it also it can get rid of Magic Specters, which is really fun.
And we're at this point in the game, I think, where like cards have got to get rid of you can't. It's not enough now to just maybe negate or destroy. Yeah. You gotta like banish it or do something with it.
If it's still a body on the field, then it's a problem. Like somewhere, right? I mean, so I agree with that.
Yeah, I think Unwavering Bond's good. It's like a counter trap. So if you were going to say a Pendulum Ditto, you had Ariadne, you can search it, or something like that.
My next pick for the top 10 side deck cards is going to be DENKO SEKKA. Now, we all know that DENKO SEKKA was huge when Shadals were like one of the top tier decks, and it was reasonably so. Like DENKO SEKKA just stopped playing, and you push for OTK, there was nothing they can fucking do about it. It's just that I feel like it's going to be much better now just because we still have one card that everybody thought was going to get hit but didn't. We still have Card of Demise. And as long as you have any Demise decks running around, you have Summon Monster, set 4, play Demise, set 1 more, go. So, and everything, you have to assume that everything that they have down is playable, but unless they have the warning, they can't stop DENKO. So a well-placed DENKO against a weak board, you pretty much got game. And if it's not game, once again, like you said, just one turn is all you need just to get a good setup and have an unbreakable board.
Yeah, I agree. DENKO's good. DENKO is probably going to be a card that, any OTK deck will obviously like it. Or any aggressive deck that just doesn't want to, just wants to ignore back row.
Yeah, you don't want to deal with all that. I mean, because the decks that DENKO's usually against are also decks that are already trying to get you to stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh anyway. Yeah, so why not just turn the table?
Very anti-stun, and I like that. So.
And DENKO's always been my nigga.
My next card is Oldie but goodie, Anti-Spell Fragrance. Not even going to talk about it a lot, you know what it does. Next card,
Stop spells.
I don't even care. All right, just use the thing.
Alright, then my next card
don't
is
let
not
them
really...
play.
My next card isn't really a card. It's cards, and you guys know why. My next card is going to be the Kaijus. Any form of any kind of Kaijus is going to be sided, if not already main, just because there are going to be so many monsters that say, I can't be targeted, or while this card is on the field, do this, or if this card is destroyed, and you don't want to do that. So here, I'll just give you this shit.
Yeah.
And and
they'll never get hit on the ban
list. They probably, I'm pretty sure they probably won't. And not even that, like,
doesn't matter.
The Kaiju,
they
Eternal
can't
Slumber?
hit them. That stupid spell.
Yeah, but
interrupted Kaiju Slumber.
Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. That's you. So potentially you have 4 Dark Holes in your deck. Potentially you got 4 Dark Holes in your deck, and this Dark Hole gives you monsters.
Yes, thank you. I'll just take that Kaiju.
Like, just blow this up. And then while Kaiju Slumber's in the graveyard, you can search another Kaiju and you can give it to him. So just the fact that you can interrupt plays, like I like when my opponent's play against a fucking Tele player, and you know they need alpha. You just give them a Kaiju. Now they can't alpha you. You just go
it really was.
So Kaijus.
I got a good one. How about Grand Horn of Heaven?
Yes.
I say it because it's some people will say it's just a poor man's Solemn Strike, but it does have its handful of advantages over the card.
Yes.
The fact that you in their main phase, right? It's
in whatever phase they're in.
And so like if they're in main phase 2, their turn's over.
Mm-hmm.
Like things
like
they're
in main phase 1, they have to immediately go to battle.
They have to go to battle. And if they aren't ready for battle,
they have to go in phase.
Yeah, they just have to end.
Because there's no in phase. There's no.
And so it's actually good, and it's still a counter trap. If you're running Ariadne, you can search it.
Yeah.
It's obscure, but I kind of like it. I would say it's a poor man's Strike. I don't know if Strike's getting. I'm assuming it's getting reprinted. So.
I don't know. I don't care.
But I still think Grand Horn offers some advantages that Strike doesn't. And you don't have to pay life.
But actually, like you said, the biggest one for me is just being able to force them on. Like either you have to commit to this phase or nothing at all. Like you kind of force them into that place. Like, oh, you want to attack, but you can't. You gotta go to battle phase though. And you gotta go to main phase too. So.
And we're at that point in the game where it's sometimes a turn's all you need.
Yeah.
So if you can force them out of their turn, then you're good.
Pretty bad. What else we got? I think we're down to our last one actually.
I believe so.
So our last one on the list is going to be DEBUNK. And that debunk is pretty obvious. I'm pretty sure you guys know what debunk is. Debunk. It just says no. With the format of still playing BA, with the format of still playing Cosmo, with the format where you have a train detached that blows up stuff, with mermaids, and with all the hand traps that we're about to see, because even though Max C went down to 2, we know everybody's gonna be playing Max C, and there's winter cherries, and there's ghost ogres.
Ogres are picking up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. With all these,
or you might hit that one seer.
Oh yeah, they hit that one series. Oh yeah, exactly. So yeah, just with things like that, like debunk is gonna be a really good card, like just because. It's a counter trap. Nobody's going to be expecting it because nobody really plays it. But it's just one of those. It's just a card that interrupts plays, and like I said, it banishes. And anything that banishes and gets something out of the game these days is really, really powerful.
I would almost venture to say necessary, right?
Yeah, that's true. He's right. It's almost necessary. To just
a lot of stuff's just not cutting it. So yeah, those are 10 cards that we think will be good side deck picks. You could even venture into the territory saying they might be good tech cards, but I'm going to just go with maybe like side deck stuff more than that.
I wouldn't take them on.
The fun part about this video is that there are plenty of side deck cards that we could never hope to list them all. But that's what you're for. In the comments, leave basically any side deck cards you think could possibly be good. There's so many that we could have included on this list we thought about and just maybe didn't make the cut. Maybe they're better for you than for other people.
Right.
There are lots of ideas. We don't, and then, the meta's unclear, so a lot of it's guesswork too. But yeah, in the comments, let us know what side deck cards for this upcoming format, this vague, misty upcoming format, are you going to be using and experimenting with?
Shape Snatch. Yeah, I'm playing Shape Snatch, everything.
If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And there are new Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm sponsored by these people. I have a channel on this place. And follow me on social media and things too. I think that's going to be it. Bye, guys.